Welcome to the League of Young Inventors. We are a national nonprofit that believes children have the most fun learning and learn the most through hands-on exploration and building. This is why we've designed a series of curriculum units and kits providing 10 hours of hands-on activities that teach young students creative problem solving. Our units are excellent resources for classroom teachers, science teachers, and STEM specialists who want to supplement their core curriculum with projects that boost student engagement. Our units align with the next generation science standards engineering practices and have connections to standards in science, ELA, math, and social studies. As former educators, we know firsthand how challenging hands-on STEM can be to implement. This is why we've designed our curriculum units with everything a teacher needs for successful implementation, including slide-based lessons with embedded maker videos and visual explanations, material kits with supplies for up to 30 students. And finally, our one-day professional learning program allows teachers to experience the unit as learners first.
What's been so heartwarming for me is to see the mindset shift change with the teachers in my building. They see how much the students love it. And I've also seen their confidence level increase because I think a lot of teachers that don't have experience with STEM teaching, they think it's really overwhelming. They don't know where to start. But this gives them an opportunity just to hit the ground running. Everything's ready to go. It's really been nice to see the whole PS46 community embracing the toy engineering unit.
Our engineering design process was created with the goal of expanding access and participation for our youngest learners. We build in an extended active research phase that gives each and every student the space to gain the content, knowledge, and skills necessary for solving an authentic problem. We start out each unit by identifying the challenge. In this example, the challenge is: can you design a toy that spins for 10 seconds or more? Then, it's time to launch the research phase by gathering information. Students begin by conducting playful explorations of the real-world versions of the inventions they're focused on. Once this equity and content knowledge is built, it's time to prototype. Students continue this research by building a guided prototype, a basic working model from everyday materials that provides them the space to hone skills and collect more data. The last step of the research phase is tinkering. Now, students tinker and make changes to their basic prototype in order to better understand the scientific underpinnings of how it works.
Not all of the students are coming to the classroom on the same playing field, right? So they have different life experiences. So it really hones in on that research phase, trying to get them exposed to all the history and the background. And that's what really stood out for me with these lessons.
Students now enter the origination phase, well prepared to design and build their own original solutions. We start out with brainstorming. With access to a new set of open-ended building supplies, students plan and sketch their original designs. Then, they begin executing them in the build and test session.
I've also seen students in special education classes, they have this opportunity to shine because this type of learning, they're using their hands, they're able to be really creative. So this is their moment to really show how intelligent they really are. The ENL population that we've had an influx this main year. So because the curriculum is so visual and the videos are already embedded, it really just gives them access to this learning without really having to have the language to do so.
Redesign is not only an opportunity for students to ensure that their design meets the criteria, but also to focus on the social dimensions of the project. This is where science meets design. The final step, Share and Reflect, features standards-aligned ELA worksheets and assessments, giving students the confidence to present their findings to their class.
The kids were super excited with what they were doing. They actually thought it was a game. They didn't necessarily realize that they were actually learning so much until we found that in their engagement, in their conversation, they were using the vocabulary words. You would hear their discussions. You would hear them talking about how many washers they got yesterday, and they can't wait until they challenge themselves next year. They made bets and they argued about what would make a better boat. We also created a cheer fair at the end of the summer, so the kids were really able to see everyone's project. It also connected our New Yorkers to the New Yorkers that have already been here in terms of their understanding of boats. So for some kids, though, they only saw a cruise boat. For others, they actually saw some of the more local boats that you would use in smaller communities. So it was great conversation piece. And I think most importantly, the kids took it home. They were engaged in conversation with their parents about this. They really took that STEM knowledge home in discussions with their family.
One is the training is readily available to teachers. It's not very extensive and long. It just prepares them to be the facilitator in the classroom. And then you have the resources that are made available to each classroom. So the teacher just unpacks. They have their lesson, their plans already in place, and they're ready to implement those activities in their classrooms without a high level of preparation.